Well, looks like it's winter time. I gotta go get the mail. Well, fireplace is working. Roof's starting to slide. Won't be long. He'll be dropping these daggers. Boy, I miss summertime. I like summertime. Reminds me of a story. So I grew up in a small town. Everyone knew everyone's business. Everyone went to the same schools. And everyone went to church. Church I went to had an old preacher. He'd been there quite a while, long as I could remember. He was going to retire. So he got together with the deacons and they came up with a young guy that they thought might be a good fit in the congregation. They brought him to town. The preacher showed him around. He explained to him that it was a close-knit community, that there was nothing that went on in that town very remarkable. He pointed out that the bicycles were laying on the ground, cars were parked with the windows down, that there was nothing to worry about in the town, that crime was almost unknown. At night, people would leave their doors unlocked. And that they'd been invited to dinner by one of the parishioners. So they went. And he enjoyed a meal, got to know the people, and said that he would see them tomorrow. Oh, getting a new light pole put in. Probably not today, though, would be my guess. But anyway, so Sunday they're at church. And it went fine. The old preacher gave an introduction, and the young preacher led the service. People seemed to like him pretty well. So, as was the custom, when the service was over, the two preachers met at the door and shook the hands and introduced the new preacher to the parishioners as they left. About halfway through the line, the old preacher looked at the young preacher and he said, "Oh, no, I've got to go lock my car." He took off. The young preacher was left there wondering what was going on and shaking the hands and introducing himself to the other people as they came out of the church. When he got back, the old preacher turned and said, "I made it. We're safe." When all the parishioners had passed by and left the church, the young preacher turned to the older one and said, "Why did you go lock your car? I thought you said there wasn't any crime." The old preacher says, Lord, no, there is no crime, less than you count on the fact that if you leave your doors unlocked in the summertime, these people will fill your back seat up with zucchini. He had a point. And if you've ever lived in a small town where everyone's got a garden, you'll realize that zucchini dumping can be a crime.